everything in the universe happens for a reason. Both you and I, we were both born for a reason. You clicked on this video for a reason. I made this video for a reason. So everything in this world is for a reason. And I think that idea is very interesting. And I was really thinking about it on the way back home from a very busy day. And so today, I was basically out the entire time with a couple of friends to find out more information on universities. Since we're about to graduate, it's kind of natural behavior, so we went out and had a pretty good time. We learned a lot and we also had some fun. We went to a really nice Chinese place. I ate well. I stole a lot of food from friends. But that's not the main point of this story here. And right before, when we were about to head back onto the train, we were about to go back home, we were just chilling there in the food court, grabbing a couple things to eat. And we were goofing around, and one of our friends showed us a song from, I think it was Kanye. And I don't exactly know what the song name is, but it kept repeating the words, someday, someday. And me and another two friends of mine, we were just making fun of it because it sounded weird and dumb, and we just kept singing in a really dumb tone. On the way back home, I was reflecting on the overall day and how it was just a fun time. But I focused on the words someday, right? Someday. And I kept thinking that over and over in my mind. And there was also another very interesting post that I saw on Instagram about the quantum leap. And the quantum leap, the concept it was mainly talking about is talking about why we want certain things. And it's not just because we have an impulse to do them, but it's because we know it's already happened and our future self is kind of whispering things into our ear, or at least pushing us and nudging us in the direction of our future self, right? And so our desires are not actually wants, but they're things that have actually happened in the future. Things that we already know happen, and just kind of like a space-time wormhole that tells us what's happening in the future. Now, I don't know if that concept is entirely true, but it's only a concept, and I think it's a very interesting theory at the end of the day. Because I thought to myself of a couple times that this has happened to me, right? The very first one being when I went to go work out. I started out just wanting to look better, and in the end, I achieved that goal. And it's kind of funny that I see experiences of my own of how that actually applies to my own life. And it makes me want to believe that that theory is honestly true. So, the word someday. Almost everything that you do in your life will happen someday, right? And almost every goal that you come to your mind, that you even think of, that you perceive of, will happen someday. And this is something that I really want you to believe. Because a lot of the things that we want to achieve in life are based off our own beliefs and what we think we're capable of doing. If we don't have the confidence and if we don't believe in ourselves enough to go forward and think that we're gonna achieve this someday, it's just not gonna happen, period, because we're gonna doubt ourselves, we're not gonna be doing our best, we're not gonna be putting in all our work, and we're just gonna give up a lot sooner. We're not motivated and driven enough. But people that are driven and they believe themselves and they believe that this will happen someday, I think that's what it really takes for success to happen, right? Initially, with my example of working out, I never knew I was gonna end up where I was, right? I never knew my physique would develop this much, but it did in the end because I believe that I would achieve this someday. And as stupid as my friends made that one lyric, that one word sound, it is a very important word that I'm probably gonna tell myself a lot more often, because I think this is only gonna make my belief stronger and better. So this video is a little bit of a shorter one, I know that much, but it's just a really funny idea that I came up with on the way back home when my mom was driving me. So I hope you can kind of see where I'm coming from, and I really want you to have confidence and belief in yourself and understand that you can achieve pretty much anything if you will yourself and you will your mind to do that thing. So, trust yourself, right? Trust your gut sometimes and just go with it. Don't let that self-doubt always stop you, because that self-doubt is always going to be there. There's going to be a voice nagging in your head telling that you can't do these things. But you got to drown that out sometimes and focus on what's really important to you. What do you actually want to achieve, and what are your dreams and pursuits in your life? There's always going to be someone hating on you, and that might be yourself. But you have to put those haters aside, put that voice aside, and trust what you genuinely want to achieve. Nothing is stopping you besides yourself. We all have incredible potential. All of you watching this video probably have a lot greater potential than me. You just don't quite realize it yet, unless you start doing these things and believe that things will happen someday. But yeah, that's about it for me today on this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really do appreciate everybody who watches to the end here. But just stay consistent, stay disciplined, and keep on doing the things that you need done, alright? Because those things will eventually get you to where you want to be someday. But yeah, just give me a kiss. Mwah.